All right. Good morning, cyber traders. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Good to see you all back here, fresh and ready to go. My God, yesterday was off the charts. It was a phenomenal day. I don't know where I want to start. I don't want to start off with GameStop. I don't want to start off with Apple. But let me tell you, there was some really some good trades yesterday. I mean, everything was moving. You had AMC. You had what else we had? We had Affirm. Just the list goes on and on. We're going to check them up a little bit. But listen, a couple of things that did come out. The CPI inflation reports did come out. Fed meeting today and tomorrow. Things been a little quiet. Market right now is up about 340 points. So it looks like we're having a little bit of a rally in the market. But we're going to go over a couple of stocks and see what's happening. But so far, it looks like a pretty decent day. So with that said, let's go do some shopping. And let me just fix something over here and get this out. All right. So let's talk about what happened yesterday. So GameStop, obviously, there was some big news that came out. Actually, you know what? Let me talk with Apple. Let's start with Apple. I liked Apple better. Apple was probably, it was probably the easiest stock to trade. I hate to use the word easy, but like it was just unbelievable what just happened with Apple. Now, if you guys been watching our YouTube channel, I did a lot of videos on Apple, right? And the thing about Apple was there was a there was a million share seller at 200. All right. He's been out there for like weeks, actually months, right? And it was just a great little video. If you watch really quick, but we've been watching forever. And it was just amazing when you watch how he was getting executed. And then some of you here in the cyber group room know about the strike price at 200 on the options on that. And it was just a major resistance level as 200. So there was a 200 trade right there. So you saw that order get hit. And right there, if you notice, let me zoom in a little bit closer there. Let me show you what we got going on here. So you had basically a triple top right there. And usually when you hit a double top, triple bottom, that's what basically happened right there. It busted right through it right here. That's when it busted through about 10:15 and then backed off. And then they had that nice little push up there. And then it just kind of just went up to about this price around 260. Now, we were breaking all-time highs on Apple. Now, obviously, the news on Apple, they're coming out and they're going to be launching their new AI. And, obviously that was the big news yesterday on the Apple, what happened with Apple, but apparently people loved it. People loved the news on it. So we're going to listen. Apple is on the watch list, which is very rare. But it was an absolute fabulous trade yesterday. It was awesome. It was great. I thought that was probably the best one out of them all. Now, I've been all over GameStop also too. Now, GameStop, something happened with GameStop yesterday, right around here when it broke that 25. Now, 25 was a really major support levels on the stock itself in general on GameStop. And then all of a sudden just had this huge rally going right into the close, right around 1 o'clock. I ran from 25, just kept breaking higher highs, going into the after hours, went to about 31. You could see there at 3 o'clock, then did a nasty shake, got pretty volatile. And it's kind of like hovering right there. I would still be a little cautious on it because these numbers at 31 are major resistance. I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you go back a couple of days later, you have to remember that. And let me bring this up over here and show you what we're talking about here. And this is what the main thing we really teach you at Cyber Trade University. I know we have a lot of people here watching online, watching on a YouTube channel on the stream. But the big thing you have to understand is it's not about what you think, okay? It matters what the street thinks. And the street, if you look at right here, you want to look at where the orders are. And you can see where those big block orders are. This is called program trading. Everyone's always worried about, like, like I was looking at some of the feedback that I get on some of the YouTube videos. I mean, see, being a student here, you basically are in class and so on. But I answer all my my chats, and I see a lot of you people leaving feedback, and you all keep saying the same thing. Oh, Wall Street's a bunch of liars, a bunch of cheaters. You should read them. I mean, it's great, and I answer them all back. And if you have any questions, please leave them there. You know what I mean? But I tell you all the same thing. Just follow the damn orders. That's all it comes down to it. This, when you look at Apple, for example, and there was a 1 million share seller and wondering why couldn't ever break 200 and it finally did it. And then you wonder, well, how did it get to 206? GameStop is just a great story about what's going on with Roaring Kitty. And, that's the big thing about it. But there's big orders out here. It's got little big resistance levels. The real big one was right around here, around the 27 and the 25. But, listen, could it test 20, get back to 35? It could. Listen, I mean, options expire on the 21st. So that's next week. Really curious what's going to happen, because that's when Roaring Kitty's options expire on that. Let's see how well he does. But let me tell you, just follow the damn orders. Anyway, that did pretty well. Sorry to go on a tangent, but there's just a lot of stocks out there that just did really unbelievable yesterday. Let me talk about another one, AAPU, which was the Apple ETF right there. That one did pretty well. What else we had? Affirm, AFRM. That one just did great. That one's going back on the watch list right now. AFRM. It was a kind of little difficult trading in the morning. I know we talked about it in pre-market, but it did make a nice little push now going in the afternoon. I'll be careful of the high right here. Resistance levels around 30, 36. So I don't know if there's going to be too much room left on that one. ASTS is another one that we traded. This one has just been doing absolutely, not only as a day trade, but as a swing trade. You could see it right here. Great pop right here. Good move right there on that stock right there at $10. That one's going back on the watch list, ASTS. Spreads kind of ugly. You got to be careful of what we always talk about, the 3 T's, tradable, trend, and trap. So, and I think the news on ASTS is I think they signed a big contract, and that was one of the reasons why the stock's doing pretty well. And apparently they like it. The street likes it. Okay. So that one did really well too. You had AMC that did well yesterday due because of GameStop, and you had WHLR. Okay. Now that one also, nice little mover, nice little trend. Look at trade 3 million shares. I'm putting this on the watch list again. WHLR. Now, remember, I know everyone here, especially some of you that are logged in and watching on YouTube right now, and watching on our stream. Everybody wants to know what's moving. What are you looking at today? Okay, listen. Why are you talking about so much about yesterday? That's the past. Well, listen. First of all, I want to remind you what we've done in the past, because sometimes what happened in the past is indicative of the future. And some of these stocks, you could see how they're rolling into today. And then some of you are like, well, I don't know if I want a day trade or more of a swing trade. Well, that's how you turn these things into swing trades towards investments, by seeing what's happening over the course of the day. Now let's go hop on what's going on this morning. And obviously let's go to our little crystal ball right here, which is the big percentage gainers and losers, which every single one of you do have. Not that little stupid 8 ball that Roaring Kitty was using on his show. But you got this stock, BMR, that's moving up pretty decently right here. I'm going to check the orders out here. Not really seeing too many orders out there. It looks a little bit more of a rainbow. You could see we got 7,000, 5,000. Not too much. I'm not too, it's kind of flat. It is hovering here pretty good. Some of you remember it back in February. We did trade this stock. It ran from $6 to $34. It was a fabulous day trade. Yes, if you're watching, on the stream, this does happen. So that one's going back on the watch list. Now, for some of you students, you've traded this stock. Go back to your journals, okay? We give you these journals being a student. See if you did trade it that day. See how, if you remember about the spread, talk about the tradable, all that stock. Whaler, we already know about. It's already on that list. That's from yesterday. It just made the number 2 biggest percentage gain of today. This stock is crazy. DSY, we saw this yesterday, the past couple of days. It was $2, ran to $5. I'm not a fan of it. Just stay away from it. I don't know what the news is on this stock. RNA also made a nice little push right here. RNA, another stock. I'm not too crazy about the iceberg orders. I'm not seeing too many good algorithms. Spread, you could see, is quite ugly. 35 $35.05 by 35.30. That's a 25-cent spread. That is way too much for us, okay? So don't get caught on that crap, all right? Because that's how you burn your account. SMLR, did I have this on the watch list? No. Let me put this one on here. SMLR. This one doesn't look too bad. Had a really good move yesterday, right going into the close from 37 to 34. Looks, forget it. Sorry, scratch. Spread's way too big. Way too big. Remember, it's all about spread. Wolf looking pretty good again. This one's going back on the watch list. WULF. Look at that great little move yesterday. 260, 280, $3, 360, 380, 52-week high. Basically everything that we're looking for on a trend. It was a $2 stock. It's almost a double in the past week. Let me go see where the orders are. WULF. I don't think too many people know about this stock because it only traded about less than 700,000 shares in pre-market. Spread looks pretty decent. Doesn't look too terrible. Warren Sanders on YouTube says, Fausto, NVIDIA jumped with the CPI numbers in the morning. Listen, NVIDIA, just to let you know, remember what I told you in the past couple of days about NVIDIA? They did the reverse split. I mean, they did the stock split. I don't know why I keep saying reverse. I'm looking at my dyslexia kicking in. They did the split. The thing about it is that the longer it holds here, the better it is. Okay, that's called consolidation. So that one, NVIDIA, is going back on the watch list too. NVDA, and remember, there's also the ETF NVDL. Now, what else that we got going on this stock? So anyway, oh yeah, let's get back to that Wolf trade. So Wolf looks pretty decent. There's a big iceberg order. If you look right here, this is what you're looking for, okay? 141,000 share buyer at $3.72, okay? Who is that? Who cares? All right. All we know is someone's out there buying it. And believe me, it's not more than one person. It's more than one person. It's not one person. So that stock is in there. Affirm is the one we talked about yesterday. It looks pretty good. RDFN. Spread looks okay. Volume is okay. We're about 10%. Maybe stop passing on that. Let's go check out some big losers. This stock, pharmaceutical stock, they don't come back. This stock is getting destroyed. Okay, stay away from it. Don't try to get a dead cat bounce. My condolences for anyone that owns it, but this is what we teach you. You can't screw around stocks like this. GameStop, biggest volume leader. Stay away from that right now. Yuri, TNA, these old ETFs. Nail, Nova. Nova we traded a couple of times. Energy stocks. Here's a stock that's getting crushed. Another ETF. Yeah, nothing in the New York Stock Exchange. All right. So pretty decent list. A lot of stocks built in from yesterday into today. Okay, so remember, a couple of quick announcements before we leave. All right. First of all, if you make sure you subscribe to our channels, okay? We're going to post this on our X. We're also going to post it on our alert service. If you're watching on social media, okay, you got your phone. All right, you go scan that QR code in the top left-hand corner. You can come and join our trading room. We're going to be here all day. Okay, so we're not just broadcasting in our stream. We have our own private trading room. We've been doing for 30 years. More than happy to be there. Tomorrow, we got open house. So if you want to learn about how to trade with level 4, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're also going to stream all day. And today at 12 o'clock, we're going to have my good friend, Jeff Gibby from Metastock that's going to come and join us. I'm going to have a fun stock. So Wednesdays is our podcast. We're going to broadcast it live. We're going to do it at 12 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you there. It's going to be a fun time, all right? So I have a lot of great questions, a lot of fun stuff to tell him and talk about. So let's get ready for the market open up. Got 15 minutes. Let's go take our quick break. Remember, if you're watching on social media, if you're watching on our stream, just click on that QR code, and we'll get you in the trading room. In the meantime, everyone else, cyber traders, you see something, you say something, and if you are a trial member watching in a trading room, remember, don't buy anything. You're only here to watch to see how we taught other people how to think for themselves. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And for everybody else, we'll see you back at 12. And remember, we always live here at 9 a.m. and at 2:30 in the afternoon. Good luck, everybody, and trade safe.